Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today it's time for another plant of the week. This year we are focusing on herbs, and I live in Utah Zone 6/7, and today's herb of the week is fennel. Now there's many different kinds of fennels, and I've grown them both in Southern California and here in Utah. I'm in Northern Utah. But one thing I found from the research that I did before I did this video that I didn't know is fennel is perennial. Now, I have always grown it as an annual. I pull it out at the end of the year. Sometimes I'll let it reseed, but it can actually be a pretty hardy perennial, but a short-lived perennial. Fennel, regular fennel, not the Florence fennel with the big bulb, but the regular fennel can be hardy down to zone 4 and come back year after year from the base if you leave it in the ground. So let me show you the fennel that I grew and let you know how to grow it and how I use it. Now, when I purchased fennel seeds, I thought I was purchasing Florence fennel because I wanted the really large base. Turned out this was not Florence fennel, or at least not one that bulbed out nicely. This is a regular fennel. And then here we have the different stages of flowering and seeding. Let me actually take you up to the top of my hill and show you ones that are actually flowering. Now these are what the flowers look like. They're pretty little yellow flowers, and the bees and the pollinators absolutely love them. This has flowered for a very long period of time and is now starting to set seed. Now this is green fennel seed right here, and this is absolutely delicious. I just tasted it one day because I found out that green coriander is absolutely delicious too. And I was thinking, you know, maybe green fennel would be good. And it is amazing. Now it's got an extremely sweet flavor, and it's got a strong fennel taste. Now the best for the green fennel is about this stage. But once it starts getting larger like this, they get a little tough. And they start getting the texture of the regular fennel seeds. So this right here is what the regular fennel seeds look like. They're just about ready to be harvested. Actually, I'm not going to harvest them. I'm just going to let them fall on the ground and reseed themselves again because I have a whole jar full from last year. But this is what they look like when they're forming seeds. Now, fennel seeds are amazing to eat and harvest and use in cooking, but a lot of times fennel is grown for either its bulb. Like I said, this one doesn't have the large bulb like I thought it would, and its ferny foliage. Now, from what I've found, fennel can be decently drought tolerant, but not as drought tolerant as some of my other perennials. It does need a decent amount of water to grow big and nice and full, and it needs decent soil. It can grow in poorer soil, but you're going to get a smaller, spindlier plant. It does better in regular garden soil, and it also needs full sun. It doesn't do very well in part shade. Now, I know that fennel is probably medicinal, but I don't go over medicinal properties of herbs on my channel because I'm not an expert in that. There's a lot of other experts on the internet and YouTube and in books that can help you know whether or not using fennel medicinally is good for you. But it is excellent in cooking. Any dish that can benefit from a sweet anise flavor is excellent for fennel. You can use it in salads, you can use it in baking. Fennel is just a very versatile herb. And it's also a very beautiful herb, so you can use it in your landscape as an ornamental if you'd like. And then the best part of it for me is all of the pollinators that it brings in. Now, I would love to hear where you live and if you grow fennel. And if you grow fennel, how do you use it? What is your favorite way to use it? Do you cook with it? Do you just use it as an ornamental? Do you like to grow the Florence fennel with the large bulb? Or do you just like to grow the fennel with the ferny foliage? So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If it has been helpful, I hope you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.